So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved. Thuram! Gorgeous from Thuram!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So, a breakthrough already. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Mbappe. And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? De Jong. Lang. Reinders. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Picked out brilliantly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Weghorst, and he's cut it out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now they can break here. And the pass is intercepted. Gravenberg. Now, can they get him away? And he's gone backward here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Tchouaméni. France leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Doué. Great ball, and he's in here. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's De Jong. Camavinga.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dink through. And he's found a way past. Shot at goal! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
3-0. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
France certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Van Dijk. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance! Top class from Thuram! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected.
Shapes to shoot! He's put it wide.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. De Jong. Lang. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. De Jong. France looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And it's Reinders. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Doué. Good ball, good take. Turns and goes back. Reinders. And Gravenberch. Doué.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's a dangerous ball. He shifted it to the flank, and that's played in low. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Thuram. Tries to... He rises! And he's there to belt it away. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And that's it.
Chers spectateurs, je voudrais avoir une petite pensée pour tous ceux d'entre vous qui fêtent leur anniversaire aujourd'hui.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And he's forced to go back. Rabiot. Look at the space here. And that's a dangerous ball. And it's Zaire Emery. Oh, super ball. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Klaus. Out of play for a throw. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Hernandez is onto this. Chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Conte. That has been cut short. Now it's Thuram. And it's Zaire Emery. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Tchouaméni.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And no, that was never going to make it. Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Is there any support? He might not need it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Doué. Engages and forces him off the ball. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Thuram receives it in a wide position. Hernandez with a fine tackle. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most convincing of passes. Klaus deals with that comfortably. Doué. Now it's Thuram. He can run onto that. Doué. Mbappe. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Mbappe. France have it back and can go again. And here's Thuram. And he's intervened well there. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, he's onto this. It's Thuram. He's had a shot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Doué. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good-looking ball. Thuram might just make this. Zaire Emery. And Pavard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we're off again. So neither side has yet broken through. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, super find. Might be danger here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Throw in. Klaus. Saliba. And Konate. And it's Conte. And he cuts out the supply. Rabiot.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Zaire Emery. And it's Tchouaméni. Klaus. Knocks it into space. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Decent chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Klaus. Backward it shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
No way through. And it's Zaire Emery. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Well, that's well seen too. Konate. France have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zaire Emery tries to play it through. Zaire Emery, chance for a shot! It's in! time remaining, game still on. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24. Le numéro 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 11. Le numéro 12.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Kone. He's being urged to shoot.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Kone looking for the run. Olise. He is just caressing the ball. Now it's Mbappe. That's the throw. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Olise. Kone. Tries to pass it through. Goes for a shot! Now, what about a counter-attack? Conte. Now Saliba.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
France finding their passes. Kone. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Temps additionnel.
It's
3
Hernandez. The final seconds now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. France have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
Desperate
25.
defending required here.
À sa place, le numéro 18. Changement.
They've played it short. And here's Olise. Nice control. Conte. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Chers spectateurs, nous vous demanderons de bien vouloir rester assis pendant le match. Merci de votre compréhension.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Zaire Emery does really well to win the ball there. Elise, great vision. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Klaus. And they can counter here. Oh, perfectly measured that. The ball has bounced loose now. Looking here to chip it through. Chouameni. Hernandez. And it's Hernandez. For Olise. Barcola. Olise. Zaire Emery. Colombois is having a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Barcola. Looking for the run. Upamecano is there, and he can get that clear. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Pavard. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner?
Le numéro 26.
This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Conte. And it's Kone. Now it's Mbappe. Pavard. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Olise. Now, can they get him away? Shoots! And it's come back out to him. He has done it! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Just a kick. Mbappe! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
France grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's a sharp little ball here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well,
they could break here. Chouameni. And it's Conte. Foot in. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Koulibaly picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.